next, it's Green Bay and Kansas City, two legendary franchises facing off for just the 14th time. It's a rematch of Super Bowl I, and it's only on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 10th NFL season now, a two-time Pro Bowler, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 64 yards. From the 25 on second down, Cousins. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. So now the Chiefs go on offense in great starting field position. They'll be led by the second-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man left side as the tight end long. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Tua. Open man is Duvernay. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Devon Hamilton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're working out of the gun. Cousins looking for Perriman there. He's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. And Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's caught out left by Perriman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6-0 our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Play action, now it's Tua. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. To throw is Cousins. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Rolling to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And it'll set him back 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing is Cousins. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Here's Andy Lee now. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers is interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect it. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Van Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That story that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Coup now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard. On the handoff, this is Swift. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 38. They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They give to Dillon out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He stiff arms it, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Tua. And this one is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Returnable for Watson. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now Tua. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Kansas City. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Cousins on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Ebron caught left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins again. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, no return. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Here's Swift. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now it's Swift. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. To throw is Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Miles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. KC's offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Dillon, they try the left side with him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a handoff to Dillon.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Dillon.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Cousins now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll throw again. Cousins. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Cousins to throw it. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. First down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Kaminsky able to record his 5th sack of the season. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So that'll back him up 5. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. At this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Dillon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Dillon.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for the Chiefs, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.